In today's video, we are going to explore best Michael Singer's quotes about life experiences and life enjoyment. Let's get started. A samskara is a blockage, an impression from the past. It's an unfinished energy pattern that ends up running your life. Accept the purification power of life's flow. Do not doubt your ability to remove the root cause of the disturbance inside of you. It really can go away. You can look deep within yourself, to the core of your being, and decide that you don't want the weakest part of you running your life. You want to be free of this. How could I possibly explain the great freedom that comes from realizing to the depth of your being that life knows what it's doing? How did we come up with the notion that life is not okay just the way it is, or that it won't be okay the way it will be? I am not the disturbance that I see. If with one breath all of this can change, then I want to live at the highest level while I'm alive. I'm going to stop bothering the people I love. I'm going to live life from the deepest part of my being. If you are willing to experience the gift of life instead of fighting with it, you will be moved to the depth of your being. Life is continuously changing, and if you're trying to control it, you'll never be able to fully live it. Life itself is your career, and your interaction with life is your most meaningful relationship. Everything else you're doing is just focusing on a tiny subset of life in the attempt to give life some meaning. What actually gives life meaning is the willingness to live it. It isn't any particular event, it's the willingness to experience life's events. No matter what happens, just enjoy the life that comes to you. No matter who we are, life is going to put us through the changes we need to go through. The question is, are we willing to use this force for our transformation? I saw that even very intense situations don't have to leave psychological scars if we are willing to process our changes at a deeper level. Now you are on your way. The very thing that was holding you in is now helping you out. You have to use all energies to your advantage. This path of letting go allows you to free your energies so that you can free yourself. Right in the midst of your daily life, by untethering yourself from the bondage of your psyche, you actually have the ability to steal freedom for your soul. Sitting on a planet spinning through vast outer space for a handful of years, in the broadest sense, this is the human predicament. So there are two ways you can live. You can devote your life to staying in your comfort zone, or you can work on your freedom. In other words, you can devote your whole life to the process of making sure everything fits within your limited model, or you can devote your life to freeing yourself from the limits of your model. So you contemplate this, and you realize that never in your life have you asked yourself that question and really meant it. Who am I? So you decide to use life to free yourself. You become willing to pay any price for the freedom of your soul. You will realize that the only price you have to pay is letting go of yourself. Only you can take inner freedom away from yourself, or give it to yourself. Nobody else can. It doesn't matter what others do, unless you decide that it matters to you. Stress only happens when you resist life's events. That is how negative cycles happen. You actually take a piece of your stuff, which is nothing but deeply seated disturbance from your past, and you implant it in the hearts of those around you. At some point it will come back to you. Anything you put out comes back. Imagine if you got upset and fully released your disturbed energies onto another person. This is how people ruin relationships and destroy their lives. That which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. The alternative is to enjoy life instead of clinging to it or pushing it away. If you can live like that, each moment will change you. If you are willing to experience the gift of life instead of fighting with it, you will be moved to the depth of your being. When you reach this state, you will begin to see the secrets of the heart. The heart is the place through which energy flows to sustain you. This energy inspires you and raises you. It is the strength that carries you through life. What actually gives life meaning is the willingness to live it. What it means to live life is to experience the moment that is passing through you, and then experience the next moment, and then the next. What you end up experiencing is really a personal presentation of the world according to you, rather than the stark, unfiltered experience of what is really out there. You cannot spend your life avoiding things that are not actually happening, or everything will become negative. You end up loving your edges because they point your way to freedom. You gain nothing by being bothered by life's events. It doesn't change the world, you just suffer. There's always going to be something that can bother you, if you let it. You have to understand that it is your attempt to get special experiences from life that makes you miss the actual experience of life. Life is not something you get, it's something you experience. You should be experiencing the life that's happening to you, not the one you wish was happening. Don't waste a moment of life trying to make other things happen, appreciate the moments you are given. Don't you understand that every minute you're a step closer to death? This is how to live your life. You live it as though you were on the verge of death, because you are. There is no need for false solidity when you are at peace with the universal expanse of your true being. When you feel the pull, like somebody pulling on your heart, you just let go. You fall behind it. You simply relax and release. And no matter how many times you're pulled, that's how many times you relax and release. Because the tendency to get drawn in is constant, the willingness to let go and fall behind has to be constant. Who am I? Who sees when I see? Who hears when I hear? Who knows that I am aware? Who am I? You must realize that when you defend yourself, you are really defending your walls. There is nothing else to defend in there. You really don't need more time before death. What you need is more depth of experience during the time you're given. You simply realize that defining what you need in order to stay open actually ends up limiting you. If you make lists of how the world must be for you to open, you have limited your openness to those conditions. Better to be open no matter what. Please let us know your favorite quotes from these best Michael Singer's quotes about life experiences and life enjoyment in the comments section. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.